Okay, now you got to pass me that blue shirt.
Yes, sir.
Because this is legendary.
Yeah. So I'll let
So
you
make
set it
sure
off.
you guys get a good look at this. Okay, man? All right. Is this the original No Limit Records logo?
Okay, so let me just move this for a second. So here's what I want to set straight, because people always ask me about this. This is technically the second iteration of the No Limit logo. The first one is on that single that Master P gave me when I met him, which, if you want me to hold it closer, I can.
I'll show the close
Okay.
up. Mm-hmm.
It was more like a clip art logo, you know?
Yeah, let me describe this, because I don't
okay.
know if people... I'll put it up on the screen, but this has like what looks like two detectives with the trench coat and fedoras.
Kind of Mad Magazine-ish, right?
Yeah, mustache, standing on the tank. So these are like the kind of drawn out dudes, and this is Master P, Jack of the Jackers single.
Yeah. What year is that? 90 or something?
Distributed by In a Minute Records.
Okay.
Mixed at K-Lou Studio, written and produced by Master P. Dope shots to Too Short, High C, NWA, CMW, Ice Cube, DJ Quick with a C, spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
MC Breed and Ghetto Boys with dedicated to Kevin Miller. Doesn't have the year on here.
Okay. It might be on the actual cassette, but I'm going to say
This
90,
is the
91.
91.
91. Okay.
Wow.
He gave me that when I first met him. Now, so that was the logo he started with, to be honest. Then he wanted to revamp it. And so I did the second iteration, basically like the early 90s to mid 90s albums he put out has that on it, that logo. During the In a Minute era,
During
his deal with Priority.
the Richmond,
And then
California era.
I mentioned my guy Khan, who also came in to Phunky Phat as an illustrator after me, and then he did another iteration. And now, I mean, we're a few decades into the game or more, so, I mean, since No Limit originated. So there's been like several iterations of it, like some with blinged out with diamonds, and, you know, they keep getting remixed. But I feel blessed, honored to have been able to do the second one, which, you know.
Kind of cleaned up the first one.
Yes. Well, he wanted to look
like
a little
stamp.
like a stamp and less like Mad Magazine cartoonish, like a little more serious.
Still got the dudes with the fedoras, but this time it looks like they're strapped.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Pass this back to you. Okay, so now we can get into your history with Master P. I'll put up the famous photo, as seen on. I saw it on the screen because I think this one's a little reflective.
That's true.
As seen on BET. How did you first meet Master P?
So like when I was going around the Bay giving out my business cards, my pager number, I went into a shop in Vallejo, actually. I was called the Hip Hop Shop. And I asked, like I usually did at all the other record stores, could I leave a little stack of business cards? I'm an artist, a visual artist. I love hip hop. I love local hip hop. I'm trying to bring something to the table. You know, I don't want to be someone just, you know, taking. I wanted to be part of it and give back. And they were like, the guy was really cool. It was a long time ago. I think his name was Ron. And he said, yeah. And we shook hands and I was about to leave. This is what was funny. I was about to leave. And right as about to leave, I heard this voice say, hey, hold up. No, I want to introduce you to someone. I guess P was in the back. And he goes, come back here real quick. And then he opened a door and he said, hey, this is P. He goes by Master P. I want to introduce y'all. And then we shook hands and I gave him my card, told him what I do. And he, like Mac Dre's manager, said, I'm going to call you. And again, I mean, I can't say for, like people have said that a lot. But like Mac Dre's manager, he did page me. And not even like too long after. Like, P's a go-getter. He's a hustler. He really meant it when he said it, and he did it quick. And I'm at a payphone like, what do you need? Well, let's meet at K-Lou Studios. This is when K-Lou was in Richmond, I believe, on Cutting. Everyone used to come through there, too. Kind of like In a Minute in the sense that it was just a cultural hub for hip-hop. I mean, that's where I'd run into Master P, but also E40, Sugar T, everyone used to come through there, right? So shout out to Kalu too.
Shout out to Kalu, another guest of the podcast.
Yeah. And so I met Master P in Vallejo, and then we ended up meeting up in Richmond, and he was based in Richmond. And then he started saying, I want illustrations for my albums. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I do. I'm excited. Now I'm geeked, right? But also, I want to be honest, I didn't really know who Master P was when I met him. He gave me some cassettes to hand out at Berkeley High. Some people knew he was, some didn't. But this is a time where that was even true for E40. Some people were like, oh, this is dope. Some people still like, who is that? Like, everyone knew Too Short. But Mac Dre, E40, Master P, these cats I was getting to meet and work with. Imagine a time where people were, even locally, were like, I think I heard of him.
Right.
My brother has this tape. I'm not really familiar. I mean, now it's funny to say that. But this was really like that back then. So I started working with P. I was handing out tapes. He was real inclusive and like putting me on, giving me work. $20 felt like $100 then. Like I said, I could fill my tank with $20. I'd be happy. No, we're going to put your art on the back of this casingo or this cassette, this CD. And then he starts introducing me to other people from the Real Untouchables, which have changed members over the years at times. But, it was so grassroots back then. Also, this is funny, but to put things in perspective, I mean, it sounds funny now. P would be like, I'd give P a ride to, a community college where he was taking business classes. So I remember driving him out to different colleges. I want to say, like, was it Merritt College? Maybe Laney, some of those spots, or let's go pick up. We got to go pick up my younger brother Silk at De Anza High School. All right, see Murder, all these cats. Like now, obviously, everyone who knows anything about hip hop would like know these cats as OGs. But this was a time where they were in their 20s. I'm in high school. I'm trying to put in perspective for people who listening. So they're putting me on. They're letting me do drawings. I'm taking pictures. Would be mostly out in Richmond. Then they and the No Limit Records used to be in Richmond at their apartment. So I'd be in there and would just take pictures in the studio. I'm sorry, in the apartment, like it was a studio. Or let's go outside. When I took that Sonia C image, who was, Master P's wife then, we did that in their apartment, her looking out the blinds.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.